Hey, how's it going everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. And in this video I'm going to show you how to build this really easy floating island. So if you want to find out how to make that, just stay tuned. So for this video guys, you're going to need these blocks here. But I can't give you an exact number because it's completely random how you're going to place them and all that. So you could also add a lot of ores as well just to give more detail after, but I'll show you that in a bit. So to start off, what you're going to want to do is pick your center point. So I'm going to pick here. Then you're going to want to go up a few blocks until you're comfortable with the height of your build. So for the sake of the video, I'm not going to bother that much about how high I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it here, okay? So once you got there, this is going to be not the top, but the bottom. So this is going to be the bottom part of your build, okay? So you can break that right there, and now you can go all the way down, just like this. But I would leave the bottom block so you know where the center is on the floor here. So if you want to make a crater after from where the floors come off the ground, then you know exactly where the center is. So now we go all the way back up, and now this depends on how big you want your island. So I'm going to do a medium sized one, so I'm going to go about there, just about there. I'm going to do, just for the sake of the video, it's going to be a little build. So now that I've done this, I'm going to place my top block, which is going to be grass, and then from there I'm going to break a few just to replace with dirt. So there you go, there's my center point. So now that you've done that, what you're going to want to do is make an outline of the size of the circle you want. So I'm going to go out a few blocks like this, just like this. There you go, doesn't have to be all the same size. So once you've done that, now you're gonna just place some blocks like this, just to fill it out and make it like round. The tip is to get, well, you don't have to have it really round, but I find they look nicer when they're kind of symmetrical, not too symmetrical because it is still an island that just came out the ground. So this is what I'm gonna go with, just like this. So after you can also just add other pieces on like that. There you go. So it's not completely round, but it's kind of round. You don't need to go completely round. Just don't go square. You don't want some really flat edges because if not, it will look kind of silly. Just think of it when you you found a little island in the ocean. Just go like that. Just base it off that. But the more out of shape you make it, the harder it's going to be to make the bottom half. Because the aim here is to go really wide on top, then really narrow on the bottom. So once you've done that, what I like to do is just build around, like from the bottom, from the top up. So I'm going to go like this, just place some random blocks. That's what I like to do, is just place random blocks, and then after I go out and do some little finishing touches to it. So you don't have to completely fill the center in, but if you don't, just remember to place torches, because if not you're going to have loads of mobs spawn in here, and that's going to be a pain. And it's going to be a lot harder for you to be building this in survival. So if you do build it in survival, just try to get some bamboo and make some scaffolding, because that will be your best friend. So now that I've done this, I'm going to go switch to the stone and do the same thing. Go all the way around like this, just some random blocks. And there you go, I'm going to place some in the center here so I have some to build off of after. And I'm going down. So once I've done this, just like that, this is what you should have a bit. Well, not exactly the same, but kind of similar. So now I'm going to build. Once I've done that, I set it like my top part kind of. I'm going to build from the bottom now. So I'm going to go up like this. I'm going to get a general shape of how I want this. So that's going to be my general shape. So now that I've done this, I'm going to do the same from this side, just a bit more different, just like that. So now that that's done, come to this side, then repeat on all sides. So now that you got this done, you got your four sides done. It should look quite similar. So if you're happy with the shape, then really all you're doing now is just filling in the middle parts here. So just go up to the top, then come down, and just arrange how you want to just keep that. This build is going to take a lot of you going backwards and checking out that you've done it makes a nice shape. So I'm not too happy with this ledge here, so I'm going to build up the edges here, just like this. You don't have to keep it all dirt. So now I've done that, I'm going to go down a bit more, bring this down, just like that, then that like that. So now see, it's filled out a bit more, so I'm a bit more happy with that. So I'm going to repeat this step on all sides, just placing random blocks just like this. So go all the way up, and all the way down, just like that, just like this. The more random you make it, the better looking it's going to be, more natural it's going to look. So now I've done that, there you go. That's looking good. This flat face here, not looking too good, so bring that down, just like that. There you go. Now I'm going to have to fill up this side because this is looking completely out of shape. And I'll get back to you once I've done this. So now that I just finished that up, what you can do is go down here, or go in your inventory and grab your ores. So I've got these ores here. I'm going to go back up here and just place some of these a bit random, just like this. Just a few random blocks just to give a bit more detail, just like that. Just make sure to not place too many or somebody's going to come and mine them all from you. So there you go. A few more here, just there. A bit more iron, right there. And yeah, that's about it. Just placing a bit of random blocks. What I also like actually is to go in and place some leaves. I like jungle leaves, I think they look the nicest. But you can just like place a bunch of leaves like this and then make them hang. Just like this. It's the same deal with the stone, just make them random. Just like that. So it's nice and random. Then you have some hanging leaves like this. Just like that. There you go. So that's done. I'm going to place another bunch here. There you go. Just like that. What you can also do is grab some vines, which are right here, and you can place some vines around, and when they will grow, they will look really cool. Place some there, just really place random. Don't place too many though, because then I think it might look a bit silly. Okay, so you've pretty much finished your island. This is what you should have. So after, you can decorate it how you want on top, because I don't know what you want to do, because you might be building this to build a base on top. If you want an easy starter base or a nice little base to put on top of here, go check out my latest video, my latest build video, where I show you how to make a nice little house, which will be in the description below. Okay, so up here, like I don't have a house, I'm just going to build like a little pond, because this can also help you. And it'll make the design look quite cool as well. I'm about to show you why. So just fill that up, and I'm gonna say I want to come over. Which side should I do it from? Okay, I'm gonna do it from this side. And what I like to do is just break that there, and then we fill it all up, and then we have some rivers, some water flowing from the island, so they look really cool. Okay, let's check that out. There you go. See, now you got some water coming out of it as well, which looks really nice. You could have lava come out of it from the other side if you wanted to, but I'm just going to stick with this, just water, just for the sake of making a quick video. So now I'm going to place a few trees on here, one tree and a bit of grass like that, so it looks nicer. And that's about it. That's that done. Oh, actually, I'm going to block the water for now. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to show you guys what you do with this little center point you just done. So this is the center of the build. So that's the bottom point there, and it lines up perfectly with this. So now what you can do is go down and kind of do the general shape of your island in the ground here. Just dig it out like this, just so it looks like the island ripped out the ground right here. That was the aim of the build. That's what I was trying to go for. So just break it randomly like this. Yours will look nicer because you'll have a mixture of stone and all that, but I won't because it's a super flat world. But yeah, you just do that, go down like that, and now you should have like a crater of where the island came out of. So that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and if you want some more videos like this, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, thank you and peace out.